Geopolitics is seeing demand for rare earths produced outside China growing. Australian Strategic Materials hopes its processing facility in South Korea will put it at the front line to capitalise on that demand. It's just signed a 5-year contract to supply a US company with rare earths that are used to make permanent magnets produced at its Korean plant. I sat down with Managing Director Rowena Smith on the sidelines of the Diggers and Dealers Mining Conference. Rowena Smith, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Rachel.
Rowena, the demand for critical minerals is being driven by a number of things, the want for decarbonisation, but also geopolitics is playing a key role here, with countries wanting to secure supply outside China. That's obviously good news for companies like ASM.
It is. It's very much the golden age of critical minerals, and we're very excited to be part of that story. I think there's a very strong demand-supply story for critical minerals, and I think that's what's driving much of the interest. But there is also, you mentioned geopolitics, I would argue also COVID was an experience where people recognised the importance to have some diversity in their supply chain and to have domestic capability to be able to manage that risk.
ASM has just signed a 5-year deal with a US rare earth. Will that get all of your resource? And also, I'm interested in that because obviously ASM has a site in Dubbo, New South Wales, but you haven't actually started mining anything there yet.
We're anticipating with the work that we've got underway that will come into production in early 27. But we've already built our first metals plant and we're in production there already. And as you say, we've just announced our first long-term agreement with USA Rare Earths, selling the specialist alloy product that is the feedstock into those high-performance permanent magnets that go into the wind turbines and the electric vehicles and all those clean technologies. So, you know, what we have got in place is a supply agreement with a Vietnamese rare earth oxide provider to be able to provide the materials for us between now and 27 and beyond.
Rowena, we've obviously got ASM's recent announcement with US. Lynas Rare Earths is also has backing from the US government. Does Australia risk being left behind in this sort of supply chain microchip story that's evolving if we don't see the same level of government support here?
We have got a very rich endowment. We've got world-class mining capability. We're very well positioned from an ESG point of view to be a part of that alternative supply chain. But you know, one of the things that we need to do is work in partnership, and I think the Australian government is very focused on facilitating those partnerships, which is terrific. But there also needs to be a identification of the strategic projects that are going to be enabled to get through that initial development hurdle and into production. And that's another part of their strategy, which we're really looking forward to see how that develops.
Rowena Smith, thanks so much for speaking to Close of Business.
Thanks very much, Rachel.